Hi everyone, and welcome to Cruisin' on 7, the car show that takes you all over Saskatchewan to show you some of the coolest of rides. I'm your host, Bob Friedrich. This week we're in Regina for the Saskatchewan Ford and Mercury Club Show and Shine. Hey, want to promote your car show on Cruisin' on 7? Send your info to us and we may feature it on our show. If you have any questions or comments, we want to hear from you. Email us at cruisingon7@myaccess.ca. Now let's head to Regina. Hey, we're here in Regina. It's a sunny afternoon. It's a Sunday, and we're with the Saskatchewan Ford Mercury Club. I've got Jim Leskin and Gord Green. So you're the president, right?
Yes, yeah.
And you are Gord.
Again, I'm Gord.
And you are Jim.
Jim and the Secretary-Treasurer.
So tell me, what kind of cars have you got in the show? I'll start with you, Jim.
I've got a 1970 Mustang Fastback. It's Grabber Blue.
I think we've talked about that car.
Yes, that's my baby. I've had it for 33 years now.
Very cool. Very cool. And what have you got?
I've got the 56 Thunderbird, the black one behind us here.
Oh, right, and
yeah.
I'll talk to you about your car. So let's talk a little bit about the club. So what's new this year? What are you guys doing? How's the show going for you?
Shows have been going well. The weather's been cooperating, and we've been getting a nice turnout. The club, we've been increasing in numbers very nicely this year, probably about a 25% increase in membership. And door prize sponsors, discount sponsors, they've been helping us out and growing in numbers, having a good year there. As Jim will maybe mention, our fundraising for JDRF, we had a good year last year as well and continuing this year. So yeah, all is quite healthy with the club. We're quite happy.
Sounds good. As the treasurer, so let's talk a little bit about your sponsors and what do you do with some of the money?
Well, every year we contribute to JDRF, and last year...
Some folks might not know what JDRF is. We'll stretch that out a bit.
The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Randy Durvik over there is a good friend of the club, and so we've partnered with them, as Ford has always done with JDRF. This past year we've donated $1,500, so that's a significant amount of money for the club.
Yes, for a small club, or not a small club, but I mean, people are volunteering. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and all our funds are raised through a couple different events. Our car shows, all the revenue that we generate through the car shows is donated to them. Each winter I organize a club steak night, and all the proceeds there go to JDRF, and yeah, a bunch of different activities. We've got some great sponsors. A&W, we've sponsored with them for the location. Rolco Radio, you've probably heard our radio announcements and their presence on our car shows. So yeah, all in all, very good.
Well, there we go. It's a wonderful afternoon. It's at the A&W here at Avonhurst, and it's the Saskatchewan Ford Mercury Club, and they're having a lot of fun. Come and join them. Hey, maybe some other shows coming up. Anybody want to talk about that?
We got one, our last show is coming up in August 11th, I believe.
Yes, August 11th. And then A&W's big Cruisin' for a Cause is also on August 22nd.
And times during the day? When were those?
Our car show will be...
This is a quiz. We're going to really put you on the spot.
Our car shows run from 11 o'clock till 3 o'clock, and they're on Sunday. The A&W Cruisin' for a Cause starts probably about 11 o'clock and goes till dark. That's an all-day one, and that's all across Canada.
Oh, wow, national thing.
And that's August 22nd. That's a Thursday.
Very good. Thanks for joining us on Cruisin' on 7.
Well, thank you.
Hey, we're here with Gary Hexam, and he's got a 35 Ford. Oh, a little sound going by here, Gary. So tell us a little bit about this car. This looks, you've done it in a flat black. It's kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it's a DP90 black primer. The car originally came from Moose Jaw, the chop. It's got a 350 turbo, 8-inch Ford rear end. The motor is LT1, 1970, 350, 300 horse. It's got headers.
Where'd the motor come out of?
A friend of mine had it. Yeah. He did the work. And
beautiful. You even got your generator chrome there.
I have vintage air, but it's not in. I just want to drive it this year and work on the interior.
You've got air?
Vintage air. It will be.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll go underneath the in the glove box.
Oh, nice.
This winter. So
okay.
A little bit of interior work.
So tell me a little bit about the car. What was your thinking? Where did you find the car?
Moose Jaw.
Oh, Moose Jaw, sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't say that.
there's a guy in Moose Jaw. A friend of mine has some pictures of it that was in the field, so I'm waiting for that.
It was sitting in the field.
Northwest of Moose Jaw.
Sort of percolating out
Yeah,
there. Right?
percolating, yeah. Weeds growing through it. And
Waiting for an owner, right?
Yeah, waiting for an owner.
I love
yeah.
the wheel treatment on here. What have you done there?
That's just chrome out of the wheel shop. Wide whites and chrome reverse on the back.
Where did you find the wide whites?
Cooper.
Cooper? Okay.
Cooper tires, yeah, in town here.
In town, okay, very nice. It really, this flat kind of shiny primer black, it's getting very popular with a lot of cars.
Yeah, it's a cheaper paint job.
But you know what? It's
You
cool
can
though.
drive it and don't worry about the paint.
Well, I love
Yeah.
that, because I can remember having a car one time and the kid scratched it and I was in tears and he was upset.
Oh yeah, like
You can do a little sanding and just
yeah, trim clad.
Yeah.
It'll work.
trim.
Yeah, high gloss. Yeah.
Gloss trim clad. No, it's very nice. Actually, it's got a cool kind of, almost, gangster look to it in a way.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of what you're going for, huh?
I get a lot of people that they appreciate the cars. There's a lot of nice cars here too.
Oh yeah, but and you've whited out the firewall and all that stuff. Kind of sets
I do
off
have
the
a
engine.
hood for it and side panels, but that'll be this winter.
Yeah, very nice. So 35 Ford sedan. Well, congratulations. Very good, Gary.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We're here with Reagan Massier and
Garrett Master.
Massier. This is a family thing. And what are the girls' name? You got your partners here.
This is Avi and Perla.
So this is your car. So we don't get too many women on Cruising on 7. We get a few, but this is your car. Tell us a little bit about the color.
Oh, I don't know. It's orange.
Is that why you picked the car? Or
Actually, yeah. The color kind of made it a little more cuter. I've seen black and white, which are really nice, but
Oh, somebody dropped their bottle down there.
orange just makes you smile.
I love it. I love it. So why, this is a 54 Nash Metro?
Yes.
How did you find the car?
I have another 62 Falcon, and I was looking to sell it because it needs a little work and don't have a whole lot of time, and I like driving those. So my husband got on Kijiji and used Regina, and he says, well, let's find you something else then. And we came across this one, and we took a road trip and found it in Winnipeg.
Really?
It just became part of our family this year.
Be part of your family. So what do the girls think? What do you guys think? Do you like the car? Oh, she ran away on me.
The car, Avi?
Do you like the car?
Yes.
Yes. Well, of course you do.
Yeah.
Do you go driving with your mom? Yeah, you do. Okay.
Park in it? Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. It gets a lot of smiles. And
So tell us a little bit, what condition was the car in when you got it?
pretty much this. It wasn't running though, so we didn't get to take it for a test drive. But luckily, I married a mechanic. It is a 1985 Chevette motor, so
Chevette motor?
doesn't really. It's not quite the racer, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so it just needed a good cleanup because it was sitting for 4 years before we brought it home.
Yeah, cool. So you found it in Winnipeg? Were you on Kijiji or something? Or?
Yeah, on Kijiji, kind of digging around, looking and trying to find something, the era and the style, and see what we could find for.
This is a very cool car for you.
We'll have to honk the horn for you as well.
Oh, what does it do? Let's hear it. Let's do it. Let me do it, Mom, she says. Watch fingers and doors here. Let's see. Is that a lot of fun?
You can honk it next time, kid.
You can honk it next time. I see you've got along your. Does that little elephant character go along riding with her all the time?
Big elephant goes everywhere.
Big elephant goes everywhere. What's the big elephant's name?
Big elephant.
Big elephant.
It is.
So here we are, 54. Can you imagine in 54? Kind of a cool car. Huh?
Yeah. You hear a lot of stories about people who drive cross country in them because they were efficient, I guess.
Is that right, huh? So tell us a little bit about the Chevette engine. Did you put that in there?
No, it was converted, we're guessing early 90s, over to the Chevette engine.
What has it got for a transmission in there?
Automatic with the Chevette engine in it.
So it's a whole Chevette powertrain?
Yeah, a whole Chevette powertrain minus the differential. They left everything else, original with the vehicle. And yeah, so it's kind of hacked in there kind of poorly, but we'll give it some love and get it where it should be and go from there.
Go for there. So do you have any matching clothes or shoes or anything?
Not yet. I hear there's some earrings I can get for it. And yeah, I do have to carry my orange purse when I go driving, though. You got to accessorize. So, yeah.
I wish I knew the name of the color. Man, that orange.
Ambulance orange is the color.
Ambulance orange.
Ambulance orange, yeah.
She's running off there. We better watch her.
With that big elephant. Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7, and I hope you have a great summer with the car.
Thanks.
So I'm here with two Edsel owners. We'll start with one and we'll work the other one. We've got John Carey, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And Terry
Bender.
Okay, so you've got, what year have you got here?
A 1959 Edsel Ranger.
And what have you got?
I got a 50 citation for the hardtop.
So what makes you guys like Edsels? Ford was a lot of controversy in the late 50s that Ford had made a mistake and he named it after his son as nepotism and all that kind of stuff. What do you think?
I like it because it's unique. I mean, you don't see them out anymore, and I think it's a beautiful car myself. So
I do too. Where did you find your car?
actually, my dad found this one close to around Rosetown. And that's where this car grew up, I think. About the fourth owner on this car now. Just talking to the original owners and stuff. It spent most of its life indoors until the last few years, and that's why the paint's kind of faded right now, but that's okay.
So this is a Survivor then?
It is, yeah. I just did some minor mechanical work on it and gave it a tune-up, and I drive it.
There you go. So how many miles are on? Gee, actually, look at the valve covers. They look pretty good, actually, for a Survivor. Right?
It does, definitely. 46,000 original miles.
46,000? That's not very many, is it?
No, that's what we figured. My dad talked to the owner of this car, son, and he said, yeah, he figures that's the original miles that were on the car.
So what's the story with the car? It was bought and sold in Rosetown, was it? Or what?
I'm not sure the exact history of the car, but the owner before my dad, he had it and he babied it and he kept it indoors, like I said, until the kids decided they wanted the garage first.
You know, there's a lot of guys that are collecting cars now. They really want to have it with even the paint worn down and everything, and they want to see what the bones really are of the car.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I like to drive them like this to show other people, you know what, if you have it, drive it.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Because where I work, I go into a lot of people's homes, and there's cars squirreled away in garages, and you know what, get it out and drive it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to talk to you, Terry, a little bit. You've got a
58 citation.
And we're going to go over and have a look at that in about 2 secs then. So we're here with Terry Bender. We want to talk a little bit about your Edsel. It's a little shinier, but nevertheless, they both have great value, huh?
Yes, they do, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this car.
Well, I bought it in 1968, drove it home for $100. It was bought new with
$100?
$100, drove it home. It was bought new with Kurtz Motors in Regina. It was bought by a city policeman in Regina, and there's a decal on the side of the window. It shows he was a police officer. It's still there. So it's got some home base, I guess.
Yeah, kidding. Well, you know, let's look at this. Let's go around this side and look inside. We didn't do that with the other car, but there's some unique features about the dash here. I don't know if we can get in here to have a look, but you're okay. We're okay. The camera, Graham says we're good. Sit in there for a sec, Terry, and tell us a little bit about some of this stuff, because this car has got some cool things. First of all, let's start with the gear shifter there.
What's in the middle? And it's push button. You push the buttons to the gear you want, for example, and then the speedometer's on a dial. It's kind of based after the airport instrumentation, for example, and I don't know, just a little different inside.
Yeah, it's very cool. I love that. You know, it's interesting. Those 50 builders like Harley Earl and who's the designer of this car? You were telling me it was a Canadian guy.
Yes, he was, Roy Brown.
Roy Brown.
He was born in Oakville, Ontario.
Oh, okay. What do you know about Roy?
I met him 4 or 5 times.
You met him?
Yes, I have. First time, '87, Anaheim, and I seen him in Detroit twice, and I saw him in St. Louis, and I saw him in Edmonton. A few years ago, he was there.
What did he share with you about his idea with the Edsel? I mean, that is incredible.
He shared a lot of ideas, you know, right from the beginning of the design of the car and the problems they had and the engineering design they had, and he was really a super guy, Roy Brown.
Why did they come up with that unique dash? We're kind of on the dash right now. I mean, not the dash, the front end. What was his thinking there?
Well, basically, Ford wanted to make a car that was different that people would recognize.
Yeah.
And they came.
Signature.
Yes, sir. So they looked around Roy Brown and they looked at cars on the freeway, went to a museum, a couple museums, and they looked at some old Chrysler 30s, Airflow, and the packet tractor cars. And they had the horizontal with the vertical grill.
Oh, right.
Horizontal grills, and that's where they got started. Idea that was old is going to be new.
So what was there's a lot of controversy around it. So what was the thinking? People thought it was a lemon, they thought it didn't sell. What's your take on it?
Well, it came in 1952, the Depression. Car sales were down.
Okay.
Car sales were down. 58 Chevys lost about 30% of the market.
Oh, yeah.
7. Yes. And then the small cars came in. Like you were looking at this better fuel economy, like sort of the Falcon, the Corvair, or the
Yes, I remember that.
Combo, whatever. And they weren't looking after the big cars.
These big love boats were hurting a little bit, huh?
They were, yeah. Everybody had sales down.
Yeah. Cool. So you met the guy, and his name again was?
Roy Brown.
Roy Brown. So anything else that you remember?
I met Jim Arnold, by the way, who was an interior designer.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I got his signature picture at home.
Jeez, how did you do all this? You're just cruising around these shows?
No, I used to go to a lot of national shows in the States. I used to go to about 10, 15 national shows every year.
Oh, really?
To meet these guys.
So you're a real car enthusiast for the Edsel and all that stuff.
Well, kind of slowed down somewhat. Yeah.
Well, you got a beauty here. And this is a red. What do they call this red?
President Red.
President Red. I love it. So has it been repainted? It looks like.
Yes, it has. Oh, yeah.
Wonderfully done, though. I mean, it's even the door jambs and everything are gorgeous, you know.
It's basically done, yeah.
Oh, what a great car. So how many miles are on it?
41,334 miles.
41,000, that's all? Holy dynamite. You ever watch a Barrett Jackson?
Oh, yeah.
What do they go through for in the Barrett Jackson?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, we won't put you on the spot.
Some convertibles gone through for 100,000,
100,000? They made sure they would have made a Edsel convertible.
Yeah, sure they did. But
this is the four-door hardtop
price. This is the four-door hardtop.
Gorgeous car. Well, thanks for sharing it on Cruising on 7.
Color, which is kind of rare, so yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. I very appreciate it.
Here we're Derek Hogley, and he's got a 1964 Pontiac Safari wagon. Right?
Yeah, Parisienne.
Parisienne.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, I can remember when these came out, you know, even though wagons are kind of a family vehicle, they were just super cool, and you've got the roof rack on it, too.
Yeah, that comes with the Parisienne trim. You get all the extra chrome and bells and whistles and roof rack and stuff like that.
So are you from Regina here?
I am, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the car. How did you find this car?
Well, I've had about 40 or 50 collector cars so far, and kind of like automotive ADD, you might want to call it. But around 2011, we had our first son, and at that time, I had a couple of Volkswagen Beetles.
Okay.
And we realized that that's just not going to work with getting the car seats, these modern, massive car seats in the Beetles. So, you know what? I've always liked wagons and vans and stuff, so I started looking for wagons and combed Western Canada, found this one up in Edmonton, and the fact that it was a 4-speed stick is what...
It's a 4-speed stick?
It's a stick car.
Let's go over and have a look at that. Is that original? No.
It's not, no. The previous owner, this is a one-family owner vehicle. It's only got 32,000 original miles on it.
32,000?
Correct, yeah.
So what he retrofitted it to a 4-speed, didn't he, or a 3-speed?
It's a 4-speed. It's a Borg Warner Super T10 out of a big block Trans Am. But they used the correct 1964 period parts for it. The pedal assembly and the shifter is actually out of a 64 Impala, so it looks correct. And then the column was modified so that you don't see the automatic shift linkage on there anymore.
Oh, you're kidding. Did they do that?
The previous owner did it. He was a drag racer. He ran Superstock. And he actually... he used this car to tow his drag car to the strip with.
Oh, this would be a cool tow car.
Absolutely. He put all your tools in it. He put the gigantic hitch on the back. There's a trailer brake equalizer inside the car here too. So it's built to tow and haul.
Oh my God! So you got the perfect family grocery getter here then. Only a little overpowered. Huh?
Well, it's never overpowered. There's no such thing as that. Let's be honest, right? So when he decided...
So what has he got in for an engine in here?
Well, it originally was a 283 Power Glide, and now it's a board and stroke Chevy 350.
So suddenly somebody smokes up beside you, and you can just kind of light him up a little bit and give him a surprise.
All day long, absolutely.
All day long.
Yeah.
The sleeper, huh? What does it weigh, do you know?
4,400.
4,400, but that's 2 tons plus 400 pounds. Wow.
Yeah, and you gotta get a few more asses in the seat too. So when you're driving around, you're probably rolling at 4,800 pounds. With a tank of fuel and
God, you're up to 5,000 pounds.
Well, we're getting near there. Yeah.
Have you taken it camping or anything yet?
Not yet. No, we're
going to do a road trip with it?
Yeah, soon. Maybe next year. I got a few more things that I want to iron out on it. I want to actually retrofit in vintage air.
Oh, nice. You could have the windows up then.
Yeah, absolutely. Aside from that, like it's good to go. I would drive it anywhere, but
44,000 miles?
32.
32?
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah.
Somebody in that family never drove this
They
car.
never drove it. In fact, when they
Hey, let's pop the hood. Let's have a look inside here.
When the family stopped driving it, they put it indoors.
Oh, nice. I love that cream color too, paint. Is that original?
But the roof's not.
This is original, this paint?
Original color.
Oh, original color.
Repainted in 2000. No body work needed, just a respray.
Wow. Beautiful.
10-footer, it's not a show car, not a show paint job, which is perfect for me because
It's
I'm not
off.
afraid. I'm not afraid to drive it anywhere or leave it somewhere. Right?
Yeah, but it's nice actually. This is actually the perfect kind of car to enjoy every day.
It sure is. Yeah. I mean, no one's gonna be jealous and try to steal it or wreck it. Like it's just.
Well, I don't know. I think there'd be a few guys would be jealous.
Maybe.
But the nice thing of it is like you say, it's not a show car, but it looks showy, and you can enjoy it. And if you get a little hanger rash every so often, you don't break down and cry.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
You got a $10,000 paint job on there with all kinds of coats and things.
Been there before, and you spend more time worrying about it and less time driving it. So what's the point?
Especially when the kids get a little older and stuff like that.
Absolutely. You're gonna bang a bike off it. You're gonna put your grubby little paw prints all over it. Go right ahead.
This is awesome, man. I think a lot more people want to be able to use the car and drive it and have fun with it.
Well, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we all don't have Jay Leno's money where you can take a 100% car, drive it till it's 30% and rebuild it. Everything's on a budget, so.
Absolutely. This is the perfect family budget car, and it's showy, man. It's cool. And they are so big, they're just a block long, huh?
Yeah, I think this is pushing 18 feet big, so I had to do the measurements before I bought it just to make sure it would fit in the garage at home because I'm not leaving this outdoors. So once I got clearance on the garage, it's a go.
18 feet, we got a couple of bikes at the end. Okay, we'll just squeeze it in.
That's right. That's pretty much it, yeah. So it takes up a little space, but it's all worth it.
Thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7. Can you sleep in it? Can you fold the seats down? Can you actually make a bed back there?
Let me tell you, I went to go to the hardware store one day to buy some gutters for the house, and I left my truck at home and brought this. I folded the back seat down. I fit 10-footers in there, no problem.
No problem.
No problem. I can go head to toe in it, man, no problem.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for having us out.
We're here with Ken Hoagland, and you've got a 62 Pontiac two-door hardtop. A lot of people ogle over the Chevys, but the Pontiac's a pretty damn sweet car, and it's got the imitation convertible top too.
Yeah, this is an American model. It's a Grand Prix. It's a line. It's like a Bonneville.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's got the wide track and the bigger engine, and it's got the expensive trim in it. Full console, buckets, power steering, power seat, power windows, power antenna, Wonder Bar radio for those who remember that.
Oh, yeah. And I love that split at the back, the back seat with that speaker thing. Actually, these were just a lot of bling to these cars.
Oh, yeah. The original bill of sale on it, which I have at home, I think it was $6,564, and that was bought here.
$6,500? I
Yeah.
thought it was a fair bit of dough at that time.
It was, and that was bought at Midwest Motors in Regina.
Oh, you're kidding.
This has always been a Regina car.
So who's the driver today?
That's my grandson.
That's your grandson. What's his name?
That there is Emerson.
Emerson.
You want to say hi, Emerson? To
Hi, Emerson. How you doing, dude?
Good.
Hi. Good. He's the driver.
He's got the rider shirt on.
He's he's the plate. The reason the plate reads G-U-G-U-S, Gugas, 62. He couldn't say Grandpa.
Oh, nice. So you cruise with your son. I see your son's got the wagon. You've got the Pontiac.
Yeah, they bought me this Pontiac just a month or two ago.
They bought this?
Yeah, the wife and kids. I don't think the kids chipped in.
You must be doing okay then, Grandpa, here. I mean, if they're buying you cars, holy smokes.
They must like me, eh? No.
I don't want to say this too loud, but my kids haven't bought any a car yet.
Well, maybe it's coming. It's probably coming. But he's got an ulterior motive. He's making sure I get it fixed up, everything right. because you know where it goes next, eh?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Okay, we won't talk about
Well,
that.
that's not a problem. That's part of life, you know. And then it'll go to him. So
You know, actually, the two cars, he's got the Pontiac wagon and you've got the Pontiac two-door hardtop. These beigey, creamy colors kind of look pretty good beside one another, right?
yeah, they work out pretty good, you know.
He's talking Majestics next year.
Oh, I don't think I will. I'm too fussy. There's too many little imperfections that I would have to get done.
You could do the family thing, though. We'd like to see you there.
Yeah. Well, maybe we will. I've seen him. He's had us show his cars in the Majestics before, and I just go and watch. So.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7.
Well, thank you very much. I'll enjoy your show.
Here we are with Patrick Antonego, right? Did I get that right?
Antonenko, well, yeah, close.
Nanko, okay. And a 1997 RX.
RX-7 twin turbo.
RX-7 twin turbo. Oh, look at that. There they are.
Yeah.
It breathes.
Breathes a lot. It sucks fuel like no tomorrow.
So tell us a little bit about the powertrain. What do you got in here?
It's a 1.3 liter twin rotor twin turbo. It's no cylinders, just a bunch of triangles that spin really fast.
Well, this is that famous Rotax engine kind of thing?
Yeah, the Wankel engine.
Just one kind of triangle that turns around inside and it
it's
sucks up all the gas and it goes in there and the air, I mean not the gas there, but the air and everything.
Yep.
So it's a fuelie? Fuel injected?
Yeah, fuel injected throttle body.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So tell us a little bit about the car. Where did you get it from?
It was imported straight from Japan. Got it off a Japanese car auction.
Oh, so there's a right-hand drive then?
Yep.
I didn't even look at that. Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, brought over straight from Japan. A few months on the boat, passing through customs. A little bit of a pain.
Tell us a little bit about that. How did you do that? I've never talked to anybody that's done that.
Well, I dealt with a car broker over in Richmond. That's kind of what he does. He finds all these cars on the auction site, goes over, deals with the guys, has them brought over, does all the import papers and paperwork for you.
Is it a lot of hassle?
For him, I'm sure it was. For me, I was just open the wallet.
Just cut a check and away you go.
Yeah.
Did you have to go out to Vancouver to get it?
Yeah, I did. Once it showed up, I went over there, had to switch it over from the port. He already had it going, and then brought it over to a yard to have it shipped over the rest of the way on a semi.
Oh, you had it driven out in a semi, okay.
Yeah.
Did you see the car when it rolled out of does it come in a container or what?
I believe they ship them over in containers. I didn't see that process. Once it came over, he had already picked it up, and it was pretty much good to go.
So let's light it up and hear that sound system a little bit. Let's go back here and have a look. Oh, there they go. Whoa, there we go. You can feel the air a little. You can feel the air pumping on them a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, the sub moves.
I like the way that fits into the back here. They did that locally too?
Yeah, that was all done right through Customized Car Audio here in the city. They did a light system here in the back to light up the amps at night. Fiberglassed in the rotary logo, just made it look real nice and clean.
So are you happy with the right-hand drive?
I still don't know yet. It's different. It's hard switching back from a daily driver to this thing, because you're constantly, everything's reversed, so you gotta try and remember what car you're getting into and where things are every time. Otherwise, if all of a sudden it starts raining, you're hitting your signal light instead of your wipers.
Oh my God. So you gotta be ambidextrous. Well, thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7.
Thank you very much.
That's our show for this week. Remember, you can email us at cruisingon7@myaccess.ca. Send us your questions or comments, and we may feature your email on our show. Next week, we're off to Pilot Butte for getting your kicks on Route 46 Show and Shine. I'm Bob Friedrich, and thanks for watching Cruisin' on 7.